snow on the ground, yeah. You get twice your pay.
We'll double it.
You get
for
twice your pay then.
0 times 0 over 2.
That's very true.
It's the thought that counts.
Well, thank you, thank you. I think I find a parking space.
I know, I know.
Are these measurements right on this pet value sign there?
They made it up, I don't know.
Is that square footage is more than what Cheryl sent the variance number in for? I wonder if that's the original.
We let them have a bigger sign.
But not as big as they originally
Right,
wanted, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what we were saying, you kind of met in the middle.
yeah.
Is somebody from Pet Supplies Plus is supposed to come?
That's what I was told.
We'll give them like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Should probably reorganize too, I suppose. Do either one of you want to be the chairman for the next 3 years?
No.
Like you needed to ask that
Do
question.
you think they were gonna say yes? Did you really
Tom,
think
let's
that?
vote.
No, we don't.
We're both in favor of you being.
All in favor?
Try.
You tried, right? Your nomination and succession carries.
He does such a good job, why can't you?
That's right, he does a great job.
You should turn it on and make that official that you're.
Yeah, I would do that at the beginning of the meeting,
Yeah.
nominate him. That's what we had to do with our other committees.
We could have phoned it in.
How am I doing this?
Phone what it,
So many we can't.
yeah.
It's
That's
just too
because
many.
there's more people involved.
Yeah, there's more people involved. Like with our council meetings, there's 10 people just up there.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I make number 11.
yeah.
When's that Your Pizza's opening up?
I
Do
know.
That Your Pizza.
We haven't heard an opening date yet.
Where is that at?
Where, Eats and Treats used to be.
The Speedway over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marathon. Or,
Yeah,
Bell's
my
Store.
bad.
Bell's
We were just a little
Yeah, Bell's
surprised that we're
Stores.
getting yet another pizza shop.
I don't know, I'm excited though, I like that one.
I haven't had them for years. I remember when that one used to be down there on,
On Cairo, yeah.
yeah, we used to get that. And that's been a long time.
All right,
So
well.
somebody's walking up the sidewalk.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's somebody coming this way. Probably parked 9 miles down the road somewhere.
Parked over with the police cars.
Yeah.
So we have to be on good behavior now.
And not till the recording starts. Be yourself, Tom.
I always warn them when I start all the Facebook stuff and that for the council meeting. I'm like, okay, I'm starting the recording.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Alive, Mike's
No.
alive.
There's more than one.
Yeah.
See that management skill he's
Somebody's in charge.
Hello, here you go.
Thank you. Sorry about that, we've done some laps.
All right.
Yeah, parking's at a premium on dance nights.
Yeah, we do laps, we're like, I don't know where to go, it's all one ways.
Oh, okay, let's get started here. All right, today is January 28th, 2021, 6:30. This is the Board of Zoning Appeals meeting. And before we get started here, quick organizational thing as far as appointing a chairperson for the next term.
I'd like to nominate Matt Miller.
Yes, I will second that
All
nomination.
right, well, looks like I'm it then.
Yeah,
Okay.
vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I don't know.
You're outvoted.
Okay, so now, we're here to discuss a variance request for a sign at the Pet Supplies Plus that went in up at the Hartville Giant Eagle Plaza. So who is,
I'm our store manager, and I actually brought them out.
hold on, before.
I apologize,
before you do,
I got papers.
State your name for the record, please, and, go ahead.
I'm Shayna Silkett, I'm the store manager of the new Pet Supplies Plus, and I have clearly never been to one of these meetings.
That's okay. All right, what do you have for us?
So this is the actual proposal of what we would like to do.
I got it.
Okay. I don't know who all would need one, so it looks like you already have
Is
exactly
this the same one that was,
I'm pretty sure,
Email
yeah,
to
that's
us?
what they had already forwarded to you. Yeah.
You need one, Tom?
Yeah, I'll take one if they've got the color items. Thank you.
all right.
Did you need one?
Yeah, I have one already.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and tell us what you want to do and why.
So we would like to just
Over
do.
by the,
Yeah. The mic.
it's
Weird at
recorded.
the board.
Well, it's recorded, so.
But like I'm loud anyway. So we just wanted to do a bigger sign than what was originally like approved for our area. And it just really helps bring traffic to our business. It pops out to what we call our neighbors instead of our customers. And we really wanted to have that grooming and dog wash under the Pet Supplies Plus, so that way our neighbors know exactly what we're offering them.
Anything else?
Should I stand up there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
state your name, please.
So my name is Scott Brown. I'm representing Ace Lighting Services. Just another thing to add to what she already said. So due to the location of the leased property, there's no visual presence from Bixler Avenue Northeast and a far setback from West Maple Street that is also visually impaired by the other businesses located on West Maple Street. So just to add to what she already said.
Alright. And, we had I remember we discussed this before when it was the prior sign,
Yeah.
business, trying to get a bigger one.
Yeah, now, let me, first of all, their application, they're stating that they're only allowed 28.5 square foot, but, the building area that they're renting is actually 64 feet, 8 inches.
Mhm.
And if you divide, find out by 0.5, that's allowing a 32.4 square foot sign. I mean, that's the only thing I found, on that. The previous sign, when, Pet Value came in, they requested a 67.29 square foot sign, and they were granted 47.33. Okay, so, and plus, you know, there is a sign out on the big marquee, it's fairly larger than most of the other ones. But that's the only thing that, like I said, the only discrepancy was the length of the building and the square footage that they were allowed.
Has the length of the building changed under owners?
No, it's not the length of the whole building, it's just what they're renting.
They're keeping the same amount.
Yeah, I mean,
that has
that
nothing-
space is 64.8 feet wide,
So that remains the same.
yeah.
It was just measured wrong for the application.
Yeah, they had down here, for 28.5 square feet, well, no, I mean, if you take, and like I say, I measured it from wall to wall on the outside, and it is 64.8 feet long. And like I say, if you take that times 0.5, they're allowed 32.4 square foot of sign.
So it looks like they're asking for around 75 square foot.
No, they're asking for 59.23. It's on the application, that's what they're asking for. You can't, no, you
I
can't.
was just squaring it off.
Yeah, the only thing is, what I've done is, I squared off the Pet Supply Plus,
Yeah,
and then the smaller sign underneath, that's how you have to do it.
okay,
So two squares, two shapes.
all right.
Okay, to give you the measurements on that, according to what they submitted here, the Pet Supply Plus will come out to be 46.7.
Okay.
And the grooming and dog wash comes out to be 12.6. So if you add the two together, it's like 58.13 square feet of sign that they're asking for.
Yeah.
It's on, if you look at that drawing that they give you, and it gives you all the measurements down there, what they're doing.
Okay.
And that's what
Tell
I
me
think.
again what just Pet Supplies Plus is for their,
Pardon?
the Pet Supplies Plus, what is the measurement of that?
Oh, the Pet Supply Plus,
I have, you have.
yeah, the measurement is 24 inches by 23.3 and a half.
Inches?
Yes,
Well, 23 foot.
23.3
No.
feet.
Yeah.
And the width, according to their drawing, A is 24 inches, which is 2 feet.
Okay.
So you take 2 times the 23.312, or 3.5.
Okay.
And then the grooming and dog wash part of it is 10 inches wide by 15.26 long.
All right, so other than the square footage size, is there any other problems?
No, I don't see I don't see no other problems with the sign, no.
Okay,
It's just the size, basically, that they didn't qualify for.
right. Okay, and you're asking for a total of more than what is there now with the value pet sign, which was, if I remember correctly, a good sized discussion here too, I thought, at the time. Are there any comments, other comments for or against? State your name, please.
My name's Pam Bixler. I'm here representing Bixler and Sons, one of the adjoining properties.
Okay,
As far as being able to see a sign from Bixler Road, you're never gonna see that. Everybody knows Pet Supplies Plus. They knew you guys were moving in before the sign, anything was ever done. Everybody in this town. They're gonna get more business by word of mouth than by sign. Pet Value, the reason it didn't go in this town was way overpriced. Pet Supplies Plus, you're talking a totally different store. They were turned down in Hudson because they wanted a bigger sign. I say that they go with what is on code, and that's it.
and what property do you own there? Just a property on the other side of Bixler?
No, I own the farm behind the Giant Eagle.
Oh, okay, all right, cool, thanks. Okay. Very good. Anything else?
No, I just, everybody wants to move into this nice little town and then change everything. I mean, there's rules for everything, and I think they should start abiding by the rules.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? You wanna say anything else?
No.
Okay. All right,
I have something to say. The comment was made by Scott, I believe that it's hard to see the sign on the front of the building from Maple Avenue. Well, you don't look for it from Maple Avenue, you're busy making the turn and so on. But when you come into the front of the parking lot and you're looking for a building, you know it's gonna be there, you'll see the sign. So I don't think Maple Avenue is the issue. The issue is gonna be the size of the sign compared to what it's been, and an allowance or an exception was granted earlier when it went to 47.33. I don't know what that percentage of increase over the original allowance was, but I would say that we could stick with that same percentage. I don't see going to the 60 feet, 60 square feet, personally.
So do you custom make these signs or use, I mean, can you scale it to 47 square feet and make it work?
Do you want me to stand back up there?
Sure.
So the letters would be able to be scaled to, another size. But the issue with that would be, so the grooming and dog wash is already at a 10-inch height. So anything, your 10 inches when you're standing, away looking at the building is pretty small.
How far away can you read a 10-inch letter?
I mean, that'd be hard to say. I guess it would be based off your eyesight.
I mean, there's charts that tell you how far you can read that letter. Anyways,
Yeah.
we're saying you're gonna read that from the end of the parking lot, not Edison Street.
I would say generally a 10-inch letter for a channel letter is already getting pretty small. I think the smallest that, I'm generally an install and, maintenance guy. I would say generally the smallest letter that I've run into, you're probably looking around, 6 or 8 inches for a lit up sign, which is what they're proposing.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys, you were saying before the existing store that was there, the Pet Value, and you were unsure what the size of their storefront was
I
in
wanted to know
regards
if
to
I wanted
what?
to know if the background of the building where the sign is to be placed remains the same under that owner as under this owner, or renter. And he said it does. It's
Well,
still 64 feet, 8 inches.
I know, I was referring to the variance that you guys gave the Pet Value store that was previously there, and I believe you said that
It went up
The
to 47.33.
is there any way to verify what the actual space size was for the Pet Value and kind of like scale the variance to the size of the new store?
The store was the same.
Same
The
size.
store size is the same and the same.
There's no difference.
Oh, I thought you,
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
taking wall to wall that they're in.
Yes.
You don't take the overhang with,
Oh, okay, I understand what you're saying.
Measurement of the application.
because the
Yeah.
address is based on what the suite is.
Yeah, okay,
And as compared like next door, which they have a smaller suite, well, their sign is based the same way, it's on .5.
okay.
Now, my question is, you're talking about the 10-inch. Can you cut down the bigger sign down and leave the 10-inch alone?
Yeah, that would be possible. You
We're
could-
not saying that, here what you gotta do is figure out whatever they offer, give you,
Mhm.
that's what you gotta base on. So if the 10-inch for grooming and bath and all that, wants to stay, well, can't you subtract that
Exactly.
from the other side?
Yes, that would be possible.
Okay.
And a question, Shayna? All of your advertising, store opening, all of that stuff you're going to send out will include that you are also running a grooming and dog wash.
Yes, we will include that when we do our grand opening.
So they'll be looking for the name of the store, look from advertising, or if they're coming by word of mouth, they'll still be looking for name of store. And the grooming, dog wash will be an add-on, yes, but that's not what's gonna draw them to you.
It actually is a huge draw for our businesses, like those are additions to it and things that customers do look for is like that grooming and dog wash. And word of mouth is great, but we do have a lot of people who don't pay attention to things like that. Like I've had customers come in, even since we've opened, that are like, I had no idea this was here, I had no idea this was happening, so it can be something good just to kind of draw the eye. And if we would scale to like what we're looking with that pet value sign, we do have a lot more letters as well. So it would kind of be shrinking and cramming if that would make sense, because being there, that sign is rather small for the pet value. It worked for the smaller lettering and having a shorter name, but trying to like cram Pet Supplies Plus in that frame would scale it down quite a bit, in my opinion, but I am no expert in signs.
Well, here's the.
I have another comment.
Just a second, here's the problem I tend to have. Is that when we granted that other variance, it was under the old zoning laws. And since then, we have the new one, which was just approved recently by the same village council that's there, without an intervening election. It's all the same people. So I kind of feel like they made that decision for us, like right now, because there's been no changes.
Well, yeah, I mean, when the new book came in August 7th, the signage was the biggest thing that we went through, okay? But we kept the .5.
Yeah, you didn't change the.
No, we never changed that because we felt that was fair enough overall, you know? But the only thing we did change in the signs is, you know, giving able for people to look at it and say, oh, okay, I can put that kind of sign up, this is how they're gonna measure it. You know, we did more of a friendly user type zoning for that, even though it's within the law for lawyers to understand that point. You know, but all we did was expand it compared to the old. The .5 stayed, we never removed that section of the, for the finding out how big they're allowed to have.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, see,
I could see,
I guess I'm not, I guess I'm kind of conflicted because of that. It was just kind of like, the size was just recently ratified, but then also it's the same type of store, the same type of business. I don't necessarily feel that what's there now has to be reduced. I mean, I don't think I would be in favor of increasing it.
that's what I was about to say, I could see doing what has been done in the past, we have precedent for that, we permitted it before the new zoning book came out. But to go beyond that, I wouldn't wanna do that.
I could live with,
I'm sorry, but,
I could live with the 47 square foot.
because that's what's there now, that size has been approved in the past, it's there, people are used to it, it's not offensive. We felt comfortable doing it at that point, but to now go larger than that still, Mr. Bednarczyk is our zoning inspector, and he said earlier, if you get this one going like this, then the next fellow down the block is gonna go like this. And pretty soon we'll look like the Strip, and I don't wanna do that.
Yeah, I don't wanna feel like I'm in Vegas going
No.
through the main drag of town.
No, we don't, we just don't. You came here because you saw something in the community that you liked, and part of what you like is that you don't have garish signs. And not that yours would be, but it would tend to lead that direction. My opinion.
So then, do we wanna,
I wanna take my mask off, so I want.
introduce a motion to just give them a variance, but for the same thing that's already there, the 47.33.
Yeah.
And then you can scale the sign down to match that amount. That seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Or any other comments? Mr. Clerk?
I was just gonna say pretty much like what you guys have said. There's Pet Supplies Pluses at a number of locations. Whatever you rent, you have to live with whatever you're allowed to have for a sign. I mean, there's one down in North Canton, Jackson Township. They give baths, they don't have a sign out that says baths and grooming. I mean, they've been turned down at other places. I just really feel that, you know, stay with what they've already been granted before. Thank you.
I would see that as a compromise for you, rather than holding you to the new zoning book at 32.5, I think it is.
Yeah.
You're saying,
Yeah, and your grandfather, it's not grandfathered in technically because it's a different business, but it's the same, like nothing legitimately has changed except the company name. So I would be willing to go to the 47.33 that it was before.
yeah, I would be in favor of that.
So why don't we go ahead and vote on that for this, then vote on granting Pet Supplies Plus a variance to increase the size to 47.33, which is the same amount of square footage that was there
Yeah,
previously under the pet value. Tom?
in favor?
Yes.
And I am also a yes. So that will pass this board, and we will recommend to the village council that they approve a variance for the store, the size of the sign above what the zoning ordinance is, but to the exact, you know, the square footage that is there now under the previous owner, which would be 47.33 square feet.
It's not as much as you want, but it's better than,
Compromise is compromise.
Okay, and if that is the case, then we will adjourn this meeting.
okay, nice job.